guys. This is a story about consumerism, and this story begins on Reddit. I'm doing my periodic flip through the half a dozen different skincare-themed hobbyist communities that I've belonged to for probably the last 15 years. There's been a lot of mod drama and ideological schisms over the years, which is why there are so many. My most recent addition to the stack is a community for women 30 and over who want to develop extremely specific body dysmorphia about the horizontal creases that allow their necks to move up and down. So obviously I'm there. And there's this thread asking, hey, how's everybody changed their makeup in their 30s? And some people said, I feel newly confident in my freckles, and so I wear less of it. And others said, I finally get to wear glitter and bright colors just for fun now. And then others said things like, well, when you get older, your facial features become less defined and less saturated, which is true if you were looking for a new insecurity. So blush is a must. I've never really been a big blush wearer. I like to do fun stuff to my eyes, but I don't really like to wear a full face, and blush has always been the kind of thing that pushes things into full face territory for me. So I don't wear it, I don't own any, it just isn't in my particular set of skills. But it sticks in my brain. Blush is a must. I spend the better part of an afternoon looking up blushes online, and I find that the trend in blushes these days is to have super pigmented formulas, like a thick paint that stays on a long time, but takes a lot of work to blend out correctly. It looks beautiful when skillfully applied, but I don't have the skill to skillfully apply it. But then I remember from one of the other subreddits that I checked that the trend in East Asian makeup brands is the opposite. It's really, really transparent washes of powder blush. Perfect for me, except for most of those blushes are not made for my skin tone. So I spend another afternoon looking at the dark ends of the shade ranges of blushes from Korean and Chinese brands that ship to the US and that South Asian influencers with my same HSV values have swatched extensively on their Instagrams. I settle on a couple different options. So should I order like 4 different blushes to try out since they have to come from so far away, knowing that maybe they'll show up and still none of them will suit my skin tone? Or knowing that I'll probably bundle them in an order with skincare products that I don't need in order to get free shipping. So I'll end up spending like $70 on an order to get $30 of blush. Or knowing that you don't like blush or wear blush. But blush is a must. I closed the tabs. For now, instead of placing an order, I'm gonna try with you here a new thing where I try to feel whatever I felt in that moment on that subreddit, instead of trying to numb it out by hitting add to cart. It's something that I've heard about people doing in other anti-consumerist online content, and it seems to work beautifully when skillfully applied, but I don't have the skill to skillfully apply it. Yet. I have to look at my face on camera a lot. I don't like my face.
Blush is a must.
If my features become less saturated, I worry that I'll quite literally fade away into the background.
Blush is a must.
I started this channel when I was a thin and pretty 20-year-old girl, and I worry that the farther I diverge from those characteristics, the less people care about what I have to say.
Blush is a must.
Do I care what I have to say?
Blush is a must.
I don't know, because I've spent 15 years doing regular flips through online communities about maintaining or improving my appearance. And I think that if I stop, if I take account of all that time that I spent trying to keep my features saturated and defined, and my other aspirations a bit fuzzy, I think I will weep or maybe scream. So, blush is a must. I understand a lot more, I think, why I've been in like a consumer rut. Because while ordering makeup doesn't make me feel better meaningfully in the long term, like confronting the void of meaning in my soul doesn't feel awesome. Knowing the online spaces where I live and work and hang out are just swimming in ageism, and that my ability to make a living is tied to the relative cuteness of my face, and knowing that that whole game is unfair and it's bullshit doesn't make me want to win it any less. But it does mean that today, at least, I won't buy the blush. And I can think about what else in my life might actually warrant that kind of close and obsessive attention tomorrow. Since I've vulnerability posted, I think the least you could do is tell me about your most recent purchase and whatever kind of weird little feelings were wriggling underneath it down in the comments. This video is brought to you by the Radish Collective, my community of Patreon supporters. Thanks to those people for making this possible. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.